All right. So making a recording today for the first time in a while. This is going to be an hour class, and we're going to start on our backs. So we'll have a little music in the background. You may or may not hear it. Go ahead and come down onto your back. Got there already. Get yourself settled on your yoga mat. Just take a minute and feel your body softening, relaxing into the floor. You would naturally want to sleep on the floor because the floor is hard. But when we're practicing yoga, we really want to be aware of where our bodies are connected to the floor. Notice the sensation of your feet on the floor, your low back, behind your ribs, your shoulder blades. Just feel that connection. The backs of your arms and the back of your head. And then become aware of your breath. And one way to bring our attention to our breath is to bring our hands right down underneath our rib cage. Just let your hands rest there. Feel the rise and fall of your torso as you breathe in and out. And now keep your hands underneath your ribs and walk your heels up toward your bottom. So you might feel like you're squeezing into the backs of your legs, behind your knees. I feel a little pressure there. And then we're going to do some windshield wipers. They're going to be small and controlled. So just gently move your legs side to side. They don't need to touch. We're just checking things out, just noticing, where do you feel resistance? Your hands are still under your ribs, so you can feel your ribs moving underneath your hands, reminding you what's underneath your skin here. Bodies are amazing. All right, let's come back to neutral. Keep your hands where they are, and then walk your feet back out into a nice comfortable position. And then we'll do some windshield wipers here and notice the difference. Moving your legs side to side. Still feeling your ribs underneath your hands. Simple things. It's really, yoga really kind of taps into simplicity. You don't have to make it complicated. Let's go one more time to each side. And then gradually bring your legs back to neutral. You can adjust your feet, adjust your legs if you need to. Lift and lower your low back. Take a minute, let your arms come out to the sides. And then bring both knees up towards your chest and hold on with your fingertips facing down towards your feet. So your palms of your hands are cupped onto the tops of your knees. And then as you inhale, let your legs move away from you. Arms straighten out. And then as you exhale, pull your legs in. And just continue that, inhaling as you open up. Exhaling as you pull your legs in and press the air out. We tend to do 5 or 6 repetitions of each pose movement. Sometimes a little more. I don't get caught up in counting too much. Let's do that 2 more times. So see, we've gone past 5 just because I did count that time. But the next time your legs come in towards your chest, hold them there. Walk your hands around to the edges of your legs and pull your legs in. Give yourself a hug. Keep breathing. Your breath is a little constricted right now. Just do the best you can. Then we're going to straighten our legs up into the air, holding on behind your thighs, and flex your feet, pulling your toes down towards your shins. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. And then when you're ready, start to make circles with your feet. Your ankles, feel your feet, feel your calves. Go ahead and reverse your circles. And then come back to neutral and point and flex. Point your toes, flex your feet. Point and flex. And then flex your feet and hold again. And now bend both knees. Bring both knees back down towards your chest. Hold on to the fronts of your knees. And then start to make circles in the air with your knees. Making a circle around your low back. So you may feel this in your low back. And then reverse these circles. And then come on back to neutral. And pause. Then reach over and hold on to your right knee. Stretch your left leg up into the air and flex both feet. Now we're going to do our alternate knee to chest. So we're going to move with our breath. As you exhale, release your left leg down, exhaling. And then inhale, lift it back up. And exhale, bringing your right leg down. You're going almost to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Keep moving with your breath. Let's do that one more time on each side. And we're going to end with both knees up again. Pause, take a couple breaths here. And then we're going to do another slower version of the alternate knee to chest. Stretch your left leg back up and flex both feet. We're going to lower that left leg down to the count of 10. So when you're ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and pause. So your leg is not on the floor. Both feet are flexed. And then we're going to come up to the count of 10. This is a little more difficult, so pace yourself. You can bend your knees slightly if that helps. When you're ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. Take a breath or two. And I'll do the same on this side when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll pause. We usually pause for about 5 breaths. Now we're coming back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend your knee, hold on again, and rock side to side. Now we're going to do one more thing for our legs, and we'll start to integrate our upper bodies. Go ahead and bring your feet back down into a nice comfortable position on the floor. And let's just do a few windshield wipers. Just kind of free form, big or small, whatever feels good. Moving your legs side to side, feeling your hips, your low back, your waist. Just kind of going at our own pace. We're not counting. We're not trying to pay attention to our breath right now. It's just happening naturally. And the next time your legs come to the right side, pause there. Just let your legs settle on the right side. Try to keep your shoulder blades on the floor as you slide your arms up overhead, and then bring your arms over to the left side. So all of a sudden we're working on our upper bodies again. Not again. All of a sudden we're working on our upper bodies. Notice where you feel this. Okay, now slowly start to bring your legs and your arms back into a neutral position, and then continue the other way. Take a few breaths. What you may notice when you're practicing, when you're doing these yoga poses, is when your body resists, when you feel tense or tightness, if you try to soften around that area and just imagine breathing into it, in and out from that area, eventually your body releases just a little bit. All right, let's slowly come back to neutral. Leave your arms overhead. Walk your heels up toward your bottom again. Stretch your arms out. Backs of your hands are on the floor. Big stretch. Take a few breaths as if you could stretch your whole upper body. Make yourself just a little bit taller. From your rib cage all the way up to your fingertips. And then bring your palms together overhead. Inhale as you raise your arms up, and exhale. Let your hands come right back down underneath your ribs. Relax. Take a few breaths. And today we are going to come right up onto our hands and knees from here. So take your time, rolling to one side, helping yourself up, and then coming onto your hands and knees. So remember, when you're on hands and knees, it's wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And then start to let your hips move side to side. Wag your tail. And then gradually bring yourself back to neutral and right away come into a cat pose. Tucking your tailbone, rounding your back, pressing your shoulder blades away from each other, and let your head drop down. Now on our next inhale, we're going to come into cow pose. Lift your tailbone, drop your belly, press your shoulder blades together as you lift your head and chest into cow pose. Breathe into it. We're still warming up. Now we're going to move with our breath. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, cat, round your back. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, cow, arch your back. We'll do that 4 more times. Breathing in, and then breathing out once you come into the pose. The last set. Now, when you're ready, come on back to neutral and then come down to your forearms, bringing your palms together. Make a little space between your knees. Take a minute here, catch your breath. And then we're going to start to move forward and back. Chin over your thumbs, hips towards your heels. Try to keep your neck in neutral, so don't look up. See if you can keep your neck in neutral when you're doing this. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Two more times. Next time your hips come toward your heels, pause there. All right, when you're ready, come back to your hands and knees. And realign yourself so your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips, foot's cramping up. Whew. Okay, shake it out. So now we're going to work on our shoulders and our chest. We're going to do a little thread the needle. Shift your weight over to your right hand. Inhale as you lift your left arm up. Again, keep your neck in neutral. Try not to strain your neck. And then we're going to do this next movement 5 times and hold. As you exhale, bring your arm down and over to the right. Inhale back up. Exhale, down and to the right. 3 more. Right, the next time your left arm comes to the right side, bring your palm to the floor, and you could stay there if you like, or slowly start to lower yourself down. One more breath. And then bring yourself back up onto your hands and knees. We'll do the same thing on the other side. When you're ready, inhale, raise your right arm up. We're going to pause here for about 5 breaths. And then now we're going to work with our breath, exhaling as your arm comes down and to the left. Inhaling back up. Exhaling back down. 3 more times. Next time your right arm comes to the left side, bring your palm to the floor. You can stay up or slowly lower down. Breathe into it. You're really stretching out your upper back right now. Backs of your arms. And then when you're ready, slowly come up all the way up onto your knees. Standing up on your knees. This is a good time to roll your shoulders. Loosen up. All right. So next, we're going to move into our down dog, up dog flow. So we're getting into our work portion now. Coming back to your hands and knees. Make sure you're up at the top of your mat so you have room to stretch your legs back behind you. Wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Stretch one leg back, curl your toes. Stretch your other leg back, curl your toes. And now you're in plank pose. And then we're coming up into downward facing dog. Push your bottom up, push your chest toward your thighs, and your heels towards the floor. Breathe. We're going to come back to plank. We'll hold this for about 3 breaths. Drop your knees. Keep your arms straight. Relax your feet. Push your chest forward as you arch your back into upward facing dog. And now we're going to press back into child's pose. Leave your arms stretched out. Make space between your knees if you like, and relax. One more breath. And now we're going to do those same poses again, but this time we're going to come down to our forearms. So bringing the palms of your hands together. Right now your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Your knees are still under your hips to start with. So this feels a little different because we're not stretching our legs out first. Curl your toes, press into your feet, lift your knees, press your bottom up and your chest toward your thighs. And this is dolphin pose. All right, now start to circle your feet in and out, in and out. Your body's going to lower down. You're going to be in plank again, this time on your forearms. Breathe into it, feel your core muscles. And release your lower body down. Lift your chest, press your shoulder blades down your back. And now we're in a modified cobra pose. And we're going to come right back into that child's pose. So lower down, hands to the mat, press up and back. All right, from here, we're going to come up to a standing position. So you can come up any way you like. Sometimes people like to do a down dog first and then come up. I'm just going to stand up. Have to adjust my screen. So go ahead and come sideways on your mat once you get up. Wires. Okay, good. A bit off center here. Can't be off center. Gotta be parallel. Okay, come into a wide stance. So we're making a transition now. So we're gonna soothe our souls, soothe our nervous system. Start to swing your arms side to side, tapping your sides, tapping your back. And this really isn't yoga. I don't think you'll find this in any yoga book or yoga class. This is considered Qigong. I'll reach up and tap your chest. And then reach down around your hips, tailbone, lower belly. Let your arms land where they land. All right, start to slow down. Then once you find yourself back in neutral, pat the outsides of your hips and then all around your hips. Pat the fronts, sides, back. You can pat your low back if you like. Just do that a few more times. And then from this movement, we're going to go right down the sides of our legs, all the way around our knees and back up. And then pat your belly. Down the outside, up the inside, pat your belly. Good. One more time. This time when you come up, pat your belly all around your ribs, pat up into your chest, pat the tops of your shoulders, your arms, back of your neck, top of your head. All right. And now shake your arms and legs out. Like we're letting go of any kind of tension or stress or frustration. And then we're going to move into a warrior two flow today. So we want to start at the top of our mats. Let's just take a few breaths here, mountain pose. Let yourself settle. Notice you feel that energy. It's almost like there's rivers of energy moving through your body because of all the effort we just expended. All that tapping, all that work we just did. We have energy. We have fluid moving through our bodies. So take a minute and notice that. And then when you're ready, take a big step back with your right foot, bend your left knee, line up your left heel with your right arch. Your torso is facing the long edge of your mat, and your arms come out parallel to the floor. And this is Warrior Two. You can turn your head to the left if that feels good to you. I like to stay kind of in the middle zone. I can still see my hand, but I'm not looking right at it because that kind of hurts my neck if I do that. Breathe into it. Now we're being still. We've gotten into this pose, and all we need to do is breathe. Okay, next is reverse warrior. Turning your left palm so it faces up, tilting back, left arm is up, right arm is down. Reach up with your left arm. Okay, next is side angle pose. So we move through Warrior Two, bending your left elbow and bringing your forearm to your thigh, bringing your right hand to your hip, and then press your right shoulder back. Try not to lean on your leg. Your arm is just resting there. Right now, your legs and your torso are doing the work. Breathe. To come a little deeper into this position, we're going to come into triangle. Straightening your left leg, sliding your left arm down, raising your right arm up, keeping that shoulder pressed back. Breathe into it. One more breath. And now release your right arm down, bend your left knee again, lift your torso, take a minute and center yourself here. This is kind of awkward here, so we don't want to stay like this. We're going to come into a high lunge. So turn towards your left knee, rotate onto the ball of your right foot. You can have your hands on your hips or out in the air. High lunge. This is a balancing pose. This is strengthening your legs, strengthening your sense of balance. Okay, and then from here, we're going to come into a low lunge. Slowly bring your fingertips down towards the floor. Take your time. It's not easy. Pause here for a few breaths. And then we're going to come into a straddle fold. So rotate around to the long edge of your mat, turning your left foot. You'll probably need to adjust your feet so you're in a comfortable straddle. I find it helps to turn your toes in slightly. And then once your legs are settled, let your upper body drop down. Couple more breaths. Now, when you're ready, bend your knees, hold your belly in. As you inhale, raise yourself up, arms come up. Exhale, palms together and down to your heart. Take a couple breaths. These pauses in between are just as important as all the work we're doing. This is where your body recovers and it understands what you're asking it to do, and you catch your breath. Your heart gets to rest for a few seconds. Now from here, we're just going to move in the other direction. So turn your right foot so it faces the other end of your mat. Bend your right knee. If you feel like you've lined yourself up fine, then just stay where you are, but your right heel lines up with your left arch. Right knee is bent. Torso faces the long edge. Arms come out. And then we get to breathe again. We need to focus on our breath. All these instructions sound like noise sometimes. But your body remembers. Once you've done this a few times, you don't need to hear my voice. Your body knows. Okay, next is reverse warrior. Right palm faces up and we tilt back. And we pause here. One more breath. And then we move through warrior two into side angle pose. Left hand on your hip, right forearm to your right thigh, and then gently press your left shoulder back. It's not going to go back too far, but you just press it back a little bit and you feel a little bit of a twist here in your ribs. One more breath. Next is triangle. Straighten your right leg, slide your right arm down, lift your left arm up. And remember to keep that shoulder pressed back, because we have a tendency to want to do this. You lose the stretch if you do this. So press your shoulder back. One more breath. And circle your left arm down and around, bending your right knee, lifting your torso. You're going to find your balance here before you start to move. And then when you're ready, turn towards your right leg and then onto the ball of your left foot. Transitions can be just as challenging as the poses. Once you feel stable here, decide where you want your arms. Your hands on your hips helps you to stay grounded. Raising your arms up gives you just a little more challenge. Breathe. Right, next is that low lunge. Slowly bring your fingertips down towards the floor. Pause here for a few breaths. And then we're going to rotate around to the long edge of the mat again into that straddle fold, adjusting your feet so you're in a comfortable straddle. And then let your upper body soften and relax and let go. All right, when you're ready, bend your knees. Sweep your arms out to the sides as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms together, down to your heart. Take a few breaths. And we're gonna start to walk our feet in towards each other, or you can release your hands if you like. Shake your arms and legs out. Then we're gonna come down, back down to our mats, and we're gonna have a seat. Go ahead and have a seat on your mat. Take a minute and settle yourself. I like to rock side to side a few times because you really want to feel your sitting bones. It's almost like those sitting bones grow roots down into the earth so that you can be nice and grounded here, nice and stable. Take a few breaths. Making a transition now. We're entering into our cool down phase. Today we're going to start our cool down with spinal rotations ending in a spinal twist. So that means we all go in the same direction to start with, turning to the right. Let your chin come down towards your right knee and all the way around and back up. We're exhaling as we come down. Inhaling as we come up. Go ahead and close your eyes if you like. We're going to do this 4 more times and then we're going to pause. The next time you come to the left side, pause there. Turn towards your left thigh and continue on into a spinal twist. Bring your left hand behind you, right hand to your left thigh. Make sure you're sitting up tall, you're not leaning down. Your spine is still reaching up towards the ceiling. You're twisting from the waist. I'm giving a whole lot of verbal cues today. Sometimes my brain does that. Breathe. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And slowly release. Let's come all the way back to neutral, back to the front. Roll our shoulders a couple times. And then we're going to repeat that whole sequence on the other side. So you want to loosen up. And then when you're ready, turn towards your left knee and continue spinal rotations in this direction. Remember, we're inhaling up and exhaling down. 2 more times, and then we're going to pause. Next time you come to the right side, pause there. Left hand to your right thigh, right hand behind you, and twisting from the waist. This is another place where you want to keep your neck in neutral. You can turn your head all the way to the right if you like, but I just don't like that. I don't like the way it feels on my neck, so I tend to stay in neutral. Yoga is so adaptable. People say they can't do yoga because they're not flexible, but that's why we do yoga, one reason. And you can always adjust it. You can always modify a pose. You can always make it work for you. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly come back to the front and roll your shoulders again. Feel your ribs. All right. Let's do one more thing here before we lay down on our mats again. Go ahead and stretch your legs straight out in front of you. Flex your feet. Notice that your back wants to round. See if you can sit up tall. It helps to roll your shoulder blades down your back. That helps you to hold on to your posture. Nice, strong posture. That's all. This is all we're going to do right here. So hold your belly in. Press your shoulder blades down your back. And we'll do a little bit of an opposite position. Turn your toes down towards the floor. Bring your hands around behind your back. Lean back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Let your head drop back just enough to feel your neck muscles start to hold on to your head. Don't let your head fall all the way back. This is where your neck muscles can get a little stronger. And then to come out of this pose safely, we start at our shoulders. Start to relax your shoulders and your chest, your back and your belly, your legs and your feet. And then we're going to come down onto our backs. Back down on our backs. Coming back where we started, just noticing how your body has changed in the last hour, a little less than an hour. But just notice how different this feels now. We're going to start our cool down today with a modified figure 4 pose combined with windshield wipers. So cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Make sure you're nice and comfortable here. And then start letting your legs move side to side. Your arms are passive. They can just rest outside on the floor. Just let your legs move side to side. Only go into the place that feels comfortable, never going past your comfort zone. One of the main rules, if there are any rules for yoga, is that it should be comfortable. You shouldn't feel like you're forcing yourself or absolutely no pain. Start to feel pain, you just want to stop. Just moving your legs side to side. You might try inhaling on one side, exhaling on the other side. This is stretching out your hips, your low back, and your ribs. One more time to each side. And then we're going to come right back to neutral. Reposition, because you may need to reposition your back. Make sure you start from a place of neutral, feeling like everything is in neutral. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh, and then continue with windshield wipers, moving side to side. Inhaling on one side, exhaling on the other side. One more time to each side. And again, let's come back to neutral, uncross, reposition. And then we're going to bring both knees up towards our chest. And so now I'm going to suggest 5 or 6 movements. I'm going to demonstrate, and you choose 2 or 3. So always rocking side to side feels good with your knees up. And then if you wanted to add to it, you can make circles with your knees. So you don't have to do it as fast as I'm doing it. I'm just making suggestions here. If you're making circles, make sure you go in both directions. You can come back to neutral and stretch your legs up and flex your feet. Do more ankle circles. You could do a full figure 4 with your legs up, crossing one ankle over the other thigh and hold them there. You're going to feel a deep stretch here in your hip. And then from here, you could do a happy baby pose, holding on behind your thighs, pulling your knees down. You can also hold on to your feet. And then you can always do a butterfly pose here at the end. You can keep your legs up in the air, holding onto your shins. Or if you wanted to lower your legs down from here, just take your time. This takes a lot of strength here in your inner thighs. So take your time lowering your legs down. And then relax. Just take another minute or 2. Complete your stretching. And then we're going to rest. We're just going to rest at the end. If you haven't already, go ahead and complete your stretching so that you give yourself at least 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes at the end to just rest. Just breathe. Any position that feels comfortable, legs up, legs down, hands on your ribs, hands out to the sides, whatever feels good. Right now, our bodies are absorbing and processing, finding their center again, finding balance.
So take your time, starting to bring yourself back, maybe focusing on your breath, and then starting to move your hands or your feet or your head. Just gently moving around, bringing yourself up. Back up to sitting one more time. And then once you're settled, start to rub your hands. Again, this is Qigong. I like to blend a little yoga and Qigong. I think they go well together. Qigong is about moving energy, and so is yoga. Go ahead and open your hands out to the sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down to your heart with love and gratitude. Namaste. Thank you all for participating today. I'll see you next time.